Van Wolf MTG here, and this is my FNM story. Last week at FNM, I ran my green-red pummeler deck, and I had a great time. I ended up going 2-2, but those last two losses were really close. I just want that to be clear. I did really well, and I was really proud of myself for doing so well after I've been away from FNM so long. The first match I played was against Red-White Aggro. It was a newer player I was facing up against, so he had just thrown together whatever cards he had and played with that. It was a lot of fun. He'd opened a Harsh Mentor and had it running in his standard deck, so I had to figure out, we had to call a judge over and figure out the rules for that. I've actually opened a Harsh Mentor before, and I haven't put it in any decks because up until now, I didn't know what the rulings, how that whole thing worked, but let me tell you, that and Long Tusk Cub do not make me a happy camper. Or an electrostatic pummeler. Having to pay 2 life to do any of my activated abilities just really, really hurt. Literally, it hurt. Unfortunately, in that game, I missed quite a few Long Tusk Cub triggers, and I vowed that the rest of the day I would fix that problem, and I did pretty good. I don't think I missed any others after that first game, so I was really proud of myself for that. Game 2, I faced off against Sultai Energy. It was a lot of fun facing this deck, but in reality, Winding Constrictor just makes energy a lot better. And there were fatal pushes on the other side of the table. So not only are Long Tusk Cubs getting bigger than mine, but you know, those fatal pushes are getting rid of most of my creatures that I have. So that was a pain. But I had the funnest play of the night. I had drawn a Glorybringer out of the sideboard, played it, exerted it, killed something or other. He used, I think Dive Down to give it hexproof, and so I didn't actually end up killing it, which was a bummer. But I still got a swing in the air for 4, and he goes to attack or something. I don't know what he did for his turn. But on my next turn, I'm basically dead if I don't find something. And off the top of my deck, I draw Fling. And they just so happen to be at 4 life. So even though my Glorybringer is still tapped from being exerted, yes, I threw that dragon at his face. And I won off of that one. And it was super exciting because that was a great way to win. I really want another Fling in my deck. I need to update that and get another Fling and put it in there because that seems to do a lot better than having to discard stuff with Key to the City and having no benefit from that discard. So I think I need to move away from Key to the City and move towards Fling. So game 3, I played against a Teamer God Pharaoh's Gift deck. Oh. This was the first time I'd seen God Pharaoh's Gift in action, and let me tell you, that in combination with Celibate Combatants, I believe it is, that gives, you know, extra combat turns, was, oh, it was brutal. It was brutal. Basically, he just got those in his graveyard and then pulled them out with God Pharaoh's Gift, and so I was facing down 4/4s of these, and like 3 of them at one time. And so I got hit in the face for a lot. And yeah, having only one Abrade in the sideboard, and I think I had released the gremlins that I never drew. I could not deal with any artifacts whatsoever. I definitely need to add some more Abrades to my sideboard at the very least to get at least 2 so I have something more to combat against the artifact decks, because those just hurt. They hurt so much, but it was really fun to watch and have all the attacky-tackies and combat celebrants, and it was great. It was a great time. I had fun losing that game. And my final match of the night, I also lost, but it was close. Let me tell you, it was close. I was playing against a blue-black Marionette Master Treasure Artifact Token Tezzeret Delia-Mabob, and they were very close games, and I ended up just losing to Marionette Master, sacrificing a whole bunch of treasure tokens and Tezzeret's Ethereum cells, I believe it is, and it just hurt my face a lot. It did, but they were really close games, and so the person I played against was really great, and we had a lot of fun talking and just chatting and stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun, even though I lost. It was great playing. I did have a couple misplays in my last 2 games because it was getting kind of late, and it's been a while since I've, played Magic at a later time, but at least I was able to recognize that I was making misplays, even if it was after the fact. So overall, I had a great time, and I'm pretty happy with my deck configuration right now. I do want more Glory Bringers. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave those in the sideboard or I'm going to pull them to the main deck, because they were stellar the entire night. All I really wanted was to draw a Glory Bringer. And I'm playing an energy deck, so I'm not sure if that's what I should be wanting, but every time I pulled up, it was exactly what I needed. So I have picked up one more of those, and it's going at least in the sideboard, probably in the main deck. I just haven't decided what I'm going to pull out. Also, I'm a little concerned about the mana paste, because I seem to have flooded out a lot, and I don't know why. I did just throw, this together randomly, so I'm going to have to go back, double check my numbers, and make sure everything's good. And I'm guessing if I throw the Glory Bringers in, I'll leave it as is, because it's probably about the right number if I bring the Glory Bringers into the main deck versus being in the sideboard. Also, like I mentioned before, I definitely want more braids. I think I need a full play set of them, so I need to go get 3 more, and at the very least put them in the sideboard, because I need more removal. The only main deck removal I have right now is my Harness Lightnings, and then in my sideboard right now I have a bunch of Magma Sprays and Shocks, because that's what I happen to have at the time. So I need to, and the one a braid. So I need to convert some of those over to a braids, possibly get more Magma Sprays instead of Shocks, because there were some games where I was just hurting for removal. It was not good when I just needed to remove something and I couldn't because I didn't have anything. Also, I am definitely picking up my 4th Long Tusk Cub. I can't believe it's taking me this long to do that, but I'm picking that up, and I'm going to, I really want to pick up another copy of Fling so I can, throw some more electrostatic pummelers at people's face, or even dragons. It's going to be great, and it's going to be so much fun. I need a lot more practice with this deck. I mean, missing Long Tusk triggers is just embarrassing, but I think with a lot more practice, I can get there. So next week, I'm going to be slinging around this deck again, because I made some changes and I need to test it out. So let me know what deck you're playing for FNM tonight in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe for more.